Incoming customer detected.
Hello everybody, welcome to Blind Gamers Play. My name is Ira and I hope that you guys are having a great day. Today in Fallout 76 we're going to take a look at a very interesting weapon. It is a two-shot explosive light machine gun with fast reload speed, and this is a very interesting weapon indeed. I have used it a couple of times before. It does output a fair amount of damage, but we're going to see how it can do against some of the higher level content like the Mirelurks and the Super Mutants and Scorch Beasts and you name it, we're going to do it. We're going to see how well this one does. So yeah, hopefully we can do some good with it. Let's take a look. So I'll be doing a full health run with this one, and you guys can see the build that I'm going to be using. It's not the most effective damage-wise and that kind of thing, but it does the job, and it has the utility things that I tend to make use of. So yeah, we'll give it a try and see what we can do. We're over here at Vault-Tec University, and yes, someone is here indeed. Bear in mind I am blind, so doing the FPS kind of style, it's a little more difficult on me to do, but we'll get it. We'll get it worked out. Hello, big guy. So as you can see, the damage output is definitely good. It's got a fair amount to it. And you know what? I just realized I forgot to get into my power armor. Go figure. I was going to do that before we hopped into all these guys here. Let me kill this guy off here real quick and we'll hop in the armor as well. Just because it tends to make things a little bit more effective when you're using a heavy weapon. I do have these stabilized and that kind of thing. Go for the full-on effect of when we're using this kind of a weapon. There we go. And we'll disarm and rearm the weapon just so that we can get rid of that reload bug that always happens. It's a pain in the butt. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what we can do with the rest of these guys. That was legendary. I didn't end up killing him off, but we'll do that now. So one thing about using the light machine guns, it fires super fast. Super fast. Instigating knuckles. That is really, really crappy, but I'll take it anyways because it's scrappable. Anyways, when you're using the LMGs, it definitely can pump out the bullets. But it is a little more expensive to make than, say, doing the minigun ammo and that kind of thing, the 5mm. The 308's a bit spendy. But if you've got the Ammo Smith perks or, yeah, I mean the Ammo Smith and, oh, the legendary one, I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. If you've got those two, you know, it's not quite so bad. But as you can see, it's definitely, this weapon definitely pumps out the damage. It does quite well. And even with me not being super effective due to my vision issues and all of that kind of good stuff, it's very effective. I also don't have the weapon modded in such a way that it helps to really boost the damage too. It's sort of very baseline. Very baseline. I can show you here what I've done with it. So not much. I mean, there's not a whole lot available for the LMGs anyways. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ghouls and we'll go from there. Okay, so we have arrived in Paradise and we'll see what we can do as far as the ghouls are concerned. I don't expect it's going to be too much of a problem, although I've never really used it here. I don't expect it's going to be that much of an issue. Go ahead and grab those cans because, you know, why not? Look up, boys. I love throwing them around when the explosion happens. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely got the output. It'll take them out pretty quickly. There's another can there. Okay. Let's see. Wander over this way. Anybody want to say hi? Hello, boys. Take you out before you can get a chance to say hello. Of course, when you're running an explosive weapon, especially one that's a really fast firing and does a decent amount of damage like this one does, you got to be kind of careful to not murder yourself, which I have done many times. Okay, there's nobody else around. It's those guys downstairs. I always get a little confused when they're starting to make noises like that. Anyways, you got to be a little careful, a little cautious not to murder your own self with a weapon like this. So I do run with the flameproof perk. It helps out a little bit. He died on a delay. Yep, forgot you can't get through there. It's been a little while since I've been over in this area. So the per shot damage isn't spectacular. You throw in the explosive with it though as well, and it definitely gets effective. You know, it does the trick. Hello, boys. There we go. Oh yes, hello. Oh, wait. Sorry guys, I have issues with FPS stuff, so you know, it is what it is. You're still getting a good idea as far as what this thing can do, so yeah. It's a nice weapon. It was a lucky find. Highly recommend so far. And again, there's the issue with you know, murdering yourself too. This thing definitely will do a lot to you if you're not careful. Yeah, okay. So let's go take a look at the Scorch Beasts and we'll see what this thing can do against them. Okay, we made it over here to the Scorch Beast zone, and we'll see what we can do. Tag him real quick and go from there. Take these guys out a little bit first, get a little bit of the adrenaline going. There you go. And yeah, sounds like the super mutant spawned over here, so the Scorch Beast is of course going over here to say hello to them rather than saying hello to me. Let's go ahead and take them out real quick. Oh, you gonna land? Nope, I'll get some. Sounded like he was. I just took out a bunch of your kin and you're gonna come over here trying to mess around with me too, huh? Alright, well that's okay. Alright, so let's go back to business here. Come on, Scorched. Follow me. I mean, even without hitting them directly, the amount of damage that can come out of the explosive part of it is pretty good. You know, it's not bad at all. I have definitely seen worse. Alright, so where'd you go? Alright, come on, pay attention to me. There we go. Yeah, you're gonna land? Okay, good. There we go. So yeah. Quite rapid dismissal of the Scorch Beasts. Let's take a look at the Mirelurks and see what we can do. Well, we'll go to Swan first, see how it does there. Okay, Mr. Swan, time to wake up and say hello. So I will say the one thing about the two-shot explosive effect on a weapon that's like a heavy weapon, fast fire rate like this, is that using it outside of that, it's not as effective as it could be. It sounds a little strange, but the way that two-shot works is it's more effective if you can use it in vats. Kind of hidden in the bush there. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, it tends to be more effective with vats just because both shots can be targeted into a specific spot, as opposed to doing something like this where it's more of a spray and pray situation. It can work, but you get more effectiveness out of a 2-shot explosive on something like, say, a fixer, combat rifle, that kind of thing, where you can get the damage zeroed in on them in a better way. But we'll go check out the Mirelurks and see what happens there. Okay, so here we are at the Mirelurks. Let's see what this thing can do on them. So I will say too, the faster reload speed on a weapon that's like this is really nice too. I'll kind of like come up above here just a little bit so we can get better viewpoint on things. The faster reload speed on a slower reload weapon like this is pretty nice. Come on over here and say hi, guys. Oh, you're so cute. But anyways, it's not bad. You know, it works. It's effective. It's probably one of the better third or tertiary type of things for it. Gotta kill myself a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so let's get these guys together a little bit. We might die, but doing pretty well. Gotta love that poison damage. I don't worry so much about jumping as if I had the or as if I would not have that extra perk of the fire proof. It's not so bad. I'm weapon locked here for some reason. Okay, hold on. Let me, for some reason the weapon locked up on me here. Let me reload that one again. Oh, I'm out of ammo, that's why. Okay, well, you get the idea. I will go ahead and end it here. But you get the point. Like, it does have its effectiveness. It is a nice weapon overall. Is it something that I would use on a daily basis? I mean, probably. I have done a fair amount of work with it, but as you can see, I blew through over 1,000 rounds of ammo just doing this much, and it may be that that's a product due to my blindness, and I don't do the FPS quite as well as I do with VATS shooting and that kind of thing. That's the main reason why I tend to go with VATS builds more than anything, is because it helps to facilitate my visual issues. But it also is a product, I think, of the weapon itself, that it does a fair amount of damage. Don't get me wrong. It does, you know, we've got it set up to do 121 damage per shot with it. But you have to just pump out so many bullets, and the gun itself fires so rapidly that the amount of bullets that you sort of mess with is, I guess you could say, it almost an inherent kind of a feature. It's not as easy to snipe with a 2-shot weapon, and especially with a 2-shot explosive weapon. You also have to bear in mind that the bigger the target is, the less effective the explosive is going to be, because of the way that the targeting system in Fallout 76 works. If you, for instance, do a headshot on a bigger creature, the explosion damage basically is negated. It doesn't do much of anything at all, so you sort of have to get used to aiming at their feet, and then you don't get as much armor piercing and so on and so forth goes. So, you know, it's kind of a hit or miss. Anyways, the weapon is a nice weapon. I would recommend doing something like this if you can get a hold of a 2-shot explosive LMG. It is well worthwhile using. Just bear in mind that you're going to use a lot of ammo, so you're going to have to make sure that you supply yourself with that. If you guys have your own thoughts on this, let me know. Comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And if you've had experience with this kind of thing before, I'd love to hear your experiences with it. If you've had a better time than I do with it, you know, that'd be nice to know. So make sure you guys like this video. I would love it. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, we do put out new content all the time. Don't forget, I am an author as well, and you can find all of my listings for my books in the description below. Love for you guys to check that kind of stuff out. Until next time, Keep safe out there, have fun, and we'll talk to you again later. Hello, Rose.
I saw you taking a little detour out there to talk to that overseer of yours.
This land is his land, and none else are welcome.
Enemy sighted! Guys, they're here!
Okay. Nope, I don't know. Where'd you come from?